Hello, everyone, and welcome to Inspire Together. I'm your host, Jay Choice Tibbetts, and I'm thrilled to be here to celebrate the industry leaders who make the dreams of future marketers and advertisers a reality. Dreams like mine. In 2019, I discovered the ANA Educational Foundation through its MADE internship program, an opportunity that set the course for the rest of my career in the exhilarating industry of advertising. After interning at DDB through MADE, hey DDB folks, my love for marketing grew, and I'm excited to share that I now have a dream job as a strategist at Wyndham & Thompson. As much as I'd like to think I'm so unique and special, I'm excited that stories like mine are becoming more and more common. And thanks to tonight's honorees, we're slowly but surely making the industry a more inviting, inclusive, and diverse place for the next generation of leaders. Watch out, world. We are here. Over the next hour, we'll hear from the people who have made this mission a reality. We hope that you'll join the celebration on social media by using the hashtag #InspireTogether and cheering on your friends and colleagues in the chat box. Now, let's get on with the show. I'm excited to introduce Gord McLean, President and CEO of the AEF. Gord?
Welcome, everyone, to our very first Inspire Together celebration. It's been quite a year, but we have so much to be thankful for. Tonight, we're here to recognize our AEF talent champions, 50 individuals from many different disciplines, from marketers, agencies, and publishers, and from across every corner of the country. They all have one thing in common: a passion for lifting up our next generation of young, diverse talent. Our champions have gone above and beyond, sharing their knowledge with students through the AEF Campus Speakers Program, helping to immerse professors in the fast-changing world of marketing through the VPP, and providing students with their first experience in our industry through the Marketing and Advertising Education Internship Program. When the AEF calls, you come, and for that, you have our gratitude. Talent comes from everywhere, but it's up to us to help educate and inspire our future leaders. That's what this evening is all about. Jay, I'd like to put you on the spot. You're new to our industry and could have chosen from many different career paths. What inspired you to become a marketer?
Thanks, Gord. What actually sparked my interest in advertising and marketing was my grandma. I kind of can think back to when I was a kid and we used to watch TV together, and she used to always talk about how much she loved the commercials, sometimes even more than the shows we were watching, because she loved how brands could get so creative in telling their stories in such short periods of time. And so when I went to college, I took some classes in marketing and kind of learned more about the field, and I haven't looked back since.
Wow. So it runs in the family. That's inspiring. Thanks, Jay. Tonight, we'll hear from CMOs, agency leaders, professors, and students as we come together to celebrate our talent champions. Many of you have committed your support by donating to the Foundation's talent programs or by pledging to give the gift of an ANA membership to a college or university. Now more than ever, professors and students need exposure to the content, cases, and real-world learning that comes with an ANA membership, and that can help create a clearer path to a career in marketing and advertising. With that, I'd like to introduce my friend and AEF board member, Clarence Lee. As a professor at Cornell, Clarence believes strongly in building bridges between academia and industry. He'll share his perspective and shed some more light on the Give the Gift program. Clarence?
COVID has hit the world in ways that we could not imagine, and it has devastated many communities, and it doesn't discriminate against anybody. And in the academic world, we've experienced and seen the challenges that firsthand as well, including tremendous fiscal crunch, unequal opportunity for our students to learn, as well as an overall strain on professors who had to create new curriculum suited for online learning, oftentimes from scratch. I still remember back in March when we at Cornell, our university has announced that we're going to switch over to online. I had to switch my practicum for my brand management and product management students, which are very focused on experiential learning and in-person relationships, especially with their company project clients. We all had to scramble and create the switch to online learning in as little as 2 weeks. And I was fortunate because I had that 2-week spring break and the break that we had over here, as well as I had a great team large team of TAs that was able to help me out. But other professors out there, are in situations where that are not as fortunate as I was, right? And so I remember also working with my students where, because one of the biggest learnings about online is that when you're viewing online, as opposed to being there in person, students' attention spans are much, much shorter. And so in many ways, I needed to get really relevant content that is bite-sizable for my students that I can take and plug into my courses. And this is where the ANA membership helped tremendously. I found that in these times, I've seen how an ANA membership had helped me give me access to relevant and rigorous content that updates modern marketing practices, as well as giving me access to industry executives that could come and actually speak in my classes to help my students think about what their careers could look like. And at the end, when that provides that perspective for our students, it gives them hope. It gives them hope about the potential job opportunities in this challenging environment. And so now what I want to do is to take a moment to acknowledge and thank the companies who have generously provided an ANA membership directly to universities during these challenging times. First off the bat, De Exposito gave to New York Institute of Technology. IBM gave not one, but two to Howard University and the University of Texas at Austin. Next up, we have IW Group, who gave to Alabama State University and also Bowie State University. The McCann Group gave to St. Augustine's University and also Clark Atlanta University. Media Village gave to Syracuse University, right in my backyard. The Shipyard gave to the Buckeyes at the Ohio State University. Now, thank you so much to all of the companies who have given the gift of ANA membership. Yet there's still so many deserving schools who would greatly benefit from this initiative. If you would like to donate a membership to your alma mater, an HBCU, or a diversity-rich university, please contact Elliot Lum at the AEF. More information about this can be found in the chat. And for now, I will leave you with a message from Michelle Peluso, the CMO at IBM, on why they gave the gift of membership.
At IBM, diversity and inclusion has long powered our history for 109 years of helping the world solve the hardest problems. And we truly believe to our core that the more inclusive, more diverse business teams produce better outcomes, not just for us, but for our clients and for society at large. I've been passionate about D&I my entire life, and I'm so proud to support the mission of the ANA Educational Foundation that we're driving on behalf of so many to make sure that the connection between industry and academia, with an increasing emphasis on inspiring underrepresented communities to join us as marketers and do our very best work. That's why IBM is giving the gift of an ANA membership to enable students in the HBCU and minority schools to have access to marketing education, marketing content, to make sure they are educated on everything our great field has to offer. We've had an amazing experience with the ANA Educational Foundation with identifying top talent through the MAID program and through initiatives such as the Visiting Professor program. So we are incredibly proud and grateful to support the work the AEF does on behalf of the entire marketing industry. And now more than ever, it's our responsibility as an industry and as marketers and as humans to support those working to drive systemic and sustainable improvement for people in every community. Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you so much, Michelle Peluso and her entire team at IBM. It's initiatives like this that give students the tools and knowledge they need to become successful marketers. Now, I'm thrilled to introduce Elizabeth Rutledge, Chief Marketing Officer at American Express and supporter of AEF's talent initiatives. Elizabeth?
Thank you, Jay. I'm here tonight bringing two perspectives. One, as the Chief Marketing Officer at American Express, where we believe that talent is our greatest asset and so very critical to our growth. And second, as a member of the ANA Global CMO Growth Council, where we are so very focused on attracting diverse talent to our industry. Now, to achieve that goal, I believe we need to do a better job of communicating about the exciting world of marketing and advertising opportunities to both students and teachers at the high school and the college level. Now, early on in my career, I was a high school biology teacher, and so I do understand the role a teacher can play in helping students achieve their aspirations. So I know the power we have to make a difference by partnering with educators to inspire students to choose marketing as a career. And ironically, as we've said many times, we all have the best jobs that they've never heard of. So that's why I'm really thrilled to be here today to celebrate the industry leaders, mentors, and role models who have worked tirelessly to create strong talent pipelines into the marketing industry. These talent champions represent our entire industry, brands and agencies, media, and nonprofits, who have influenced the careers of young talent through their participation in the ANA Educational Foundations programs. We have 50 amazing talent champions to celebrate tonight, and it is my great pleasure to introduce our first group of 25.
I really believe that supporting the future is the best thing we can do creatively or otherwise. And the AEF has been a big supporter of mine in that mission for a long time.
I'm passionate about supporting the next generation of talent, both as a way to pay it forward, but also because they're great. There's so much change happening every day, new challenges around every corner, and our students and mentees always have fresh approaches. They've got a real fire to go figure it all out, right? It's just wonderful and inspiring to be part of.
I am passionate about supporting the next generation of industry leaders because the leaders of tomorrow will face ever-changing team structures. And I want to motivate and provide opportunities of collaboration for the industry that I have called home for 15 years.
passionate about supporting the next generation of leaders in this industry, because when our industry is at its best, it's when we are welcoming in fresh minds and new minds, which gives us fresh ideas and new ideas.
I'm extremely grateful for the recognition from ANA and AEF as a talent champion this year. And I want to share this with the rest of my team at Ad Council, who've been so involved in getting out and speaking to students, signing up to be a mentor, and helping us rethink our recruiting and hiring process.
Congratulations to our first group of talent champions. We can't thank you enough for the impact you've made on the students and young professionals. And for all our viewers, don't forget to congratulate them in the chat box. Next, we'll hear from AEF board member Vita Harris, Chief Strategy Officer at FCB Global, and Bill Amata, co-founder and chairman of IW Group. Vita and Bill have worked tirelessly to develop, encourage, and embrace an inclusive workplace. Vita?
Thanks, Jay, and I am so happy to be here with everyone today. And I wanted to start off by talking a little bit about why I joined the AEF. I've been part of the AEF now for over 20 years, and when I was first contacted about this, I understood that the mission of the AEF was to educate and inspire the next generation of marketing talent. And I loved that mission. And in addition to that, I also found out in conversations that the AEF was committed to ensuring HBCU representation in this industry. And that was long before it was popular to do so. And so these two things combined, the education and inspiration of the next generation of marketing talent, along with the ability to actually get HBCU representation into this industry, is something that I had a lot of heart for, and I couldn't turn down the opportunity that the AEF was extending to me. In addition to that, I'm an HBCU graduate myself, Howard University, go Bisons, and I was inspired and encouraged to get involved with the AEF to do whatever I could to help change the complexion and culture of this industry as an HBCU graduate. So I have so much hope for a more diverse and equitable and inclusive industry. I see it, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm just so happy to be part of this organization.
Yes, thank you, Vita. And you forgot to mention yourself. You are an alumna of Howard University, and you're one of the reasons why it's so important for us to have diversity, equity, and inclusion in the advertising and marketing industry. And so when we see people like you in these agencies and in corporations, we can aspire to grow and build a more equitable society. But we've done a really good job so far with women. The advertising industry and the marketing industry have actually advanced women to the highest levels of advertising and marketing, but we're still far, far behind in making sure that students of color have opportunities in advertising, marketing agencies, as well as corporations. And that's why it's so important for AEF to focus on the historically black colleges and universities. You just said there are over 100 of them. I have no idea that there are that many HBCUs educating so many people. And so when AEF said, let's think of ways we can be more purposeful, intentional about making sure that Black and brown students in particular, and even Native American students, have opportunities, I thought it was important to jump in. And so we have actually helped fundraise and create a program to help the HBCUs become members of ANA's program so they can have all the resources available to their classrooms. But we went even further. We made a commitment to change our board and the complexion of our board so there are more Black and brown people on our boards. There are more people that look like us in key roles. We're also offering opportunities for students. So we're creating this scholarship for 5 HBCU students, and not necessarily from the top 10, but some of the other HBCUs that are part of that 100-plus system. And we're going to provide scholarships for them in their junior and senior years. Plus, we're going to give them mentors like you, mentors like me, mentors from the industry that are on the board of directors, as well as the many, many people who support the advertising industry. So I was really excited that you're going to be introducing Bowie State, because Bowie State's an example of one of those HBCUs. They're not one of the top 10. They were at one time in the top 30, and they moved up to the top 20. And this is what we want to see, is more of these HBCUs advance, grow, and create opportunities not only for agencies to have that talent, but to grow that talent within our industry. So, Vita, thank you so much for all you're doing. And AEF, thank you for all you're doing. And for all the people that are listening in, we are grateful to all of you for supporting us as we move this needle forward and help advance more people of color in our industry. Vita, back to you.
Thanks, Bill. And now I'm really excited to introduce to you Talisha Dunsquare. And Talisha is a professor at Bowie State University, which is an HBCU, as Bill just mentioned, and it's located right outside of the Washington, D.C. area, and actually is a neighboring HBCU to Howard University. So with that, Professor, are you there?
Yes, thank you, Vita. And I wanted to personally thank Mr. Bill Amata and the IW Group for their generous donation of an ANA membership to Bowie State University. We are very excited for this opportunity. And also to Sharon Hudson for being such an advocate for HBCUs. We thank you. How will access to the ANA membership affect our teaching? Well, having access to ANA resources will help our students expand their knowledge of not only just what's going on in the industry, but it will also help professors to gauge what is needed to prepare students for life after college and life after COVID-19. Access to these webinars, trainings, and case studies are special because we cannot get these resources in a textbook. They're real-time, they're up-to-date industry standard information, and this is what students need in the midst of COVID-19 as well as after graduation. The impact of focusing on HBCUs, COVID-19 has created challenges for all universities, but in particular HBCUs, because we have had to create new curriculum for online learning. And so that has proven to be a challenge. And there are also additional challenges that HBCUs face of not having access or just having limited resources. So this ANA membership will just expand our library tremendously. And so we are very, very excited about that. And I've already started thinking about the different types of lesson plans that I want to incorporate for spring 2021. And providing these resources for diverse students will better prepare them for their careers, as well as the shift in the industry by bringing in more diverse perspectives. So a big thumbs up to ANA for being committed to bringing diversity and inclusion into the advertising industry. And again, thank you all for the opportunity and good luck.
Thank you, Professor Dunsquare. Professors are the backbone of young professional development. In fact, when we asked our 50 talent champions about their most impactful professors, 74% could still name their favorite, even from decades ago, proving that no matter where you go and what you achieve, you always remember the teachers who had an impact on your life. I know I wouldn't be where I am today without the support and guidance from some of the incredible professors I've had, such as Timothy Malafite, Jennifer O'Neill, and Father Vincent DeCola. I hope you all are watching. Next, we're going to shift gears a bit and hear from two future industry superstars who will share their experiences. Please help me welcome Natalie Gapfonten and Cy Mary Graham. They'll be joined by Val DeFebo, CEO at Joyce New York. Val, take it away.
Thanks, Jay. I am so excited to be here today with our future industry leaders, and they just happen to be from the MAID intern program. Okay, I'm going to jump right in. So, Natalie, I'd like to ask you, what attracted you to a career in marketing and advertising?
Right. And so I think I was always interested in like human behavior and what people were doing. And so in college, I kind of focused on this social science and business molding route. And I think that marketing was a really great way to see how people behave and predict human behavior through the lens of selling things. And I like the idea of, even though it is pretty scary, I think to most people, what we do is a reflection of what is, as well as we influence what is. And so when we look at like social media or even the internet, we fund these large scale industries where we are kind of the driving force or the mechanism behind them. We pay for, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. And I like the idea of how powerful that is. But again, I understand how a lot of people think that's scary. But to me, that's very fascinating, not even from an academic perspective, but just, seeing how we really drive culture and how we drive what people do.
Right. And what about you, Samira? Sorry.
It's okay. For me, honestly, it's just the power of storytelling. I think about ads that I saw when I was a kid and like how I can still remember them and how me and my family literally bond over these ads because they're usually funny. And I just really appreciate how telling good stories can shift or change society and culture as a whole.
I bet you see that every single day, right? It must be so interesting to be sort of watching all of that right now. Okay, so Samira, let's start with you this time. What would you say was the most challenging aspect of getting your foot in the door? And then I'm going to ask you kind of how can we help talent like you along the way facing these challenges?
That's a really good question. For me, I think the main barrier has always just been access. I had no clue where to start when I changed my major to advertising here. And the industry can sometimes feels like an all boys club almost, like there's really no way to get in. And finding and actually getting internships at agencies is really difficult for just regular students who just want to fill out what they want to do. And so if you don't have a program like MAID or know someone who knows someone, trying to get in front of the door is like trying to knock down a brick wall with like a spoon. And it's just really difficult to do. And I think companies and agencies need to work with smaller schools and really search for that talent. I think it's sometimes just going for very specific schools instead for the ones that are smaller and may not have access to a lot of different programs or may not know a lot of different things. I think it's honestly just about building connections with students in their schools.
Would that be through career fairs or your Office of Career Development? What's the easiest way to do something like that for someone like you?
For me, I definitely think career fairs. I think me being a student at HBCU, I see companies who sometimes don't even think about us. And then also just building connections with maybe professors and teachers. Like for me, I've gained so much, knowledge just from talking to people, from asking people how they got to where they were, and just like being able to sit with them in a room and talk about their career.
Great. And what about you, Natalie? What would you say?
I think mine is similar. I really struggled with trying to decipher what all of these roles were and what they actually, how they fit into the larger structure of the industry. And I think when you take a look at other roles, even the financial services industry, where to apply. There's like 10 companies, when to apply, what skills you need. And I think with our industry, it's more open. And that is one of the truly good things about it, is that you don't need a hard set of skills. But at the same time, I think it could be helpful to have more of a pipeline. And the ANA and the AEF work really hard to try to reach out to different talent, diverse talent. But I think it also starts with the individual, and how can we, not just if anybody's in an HR or professional association, how can the individual in the industry help market the industry, and how can we elevate ourselves to make it someplace that people want to be and not just something that you fall into.
Fantastic. I really want to thank Natalie and Samira for being with us tonight. it's so important for students and everyone to hear voices like yours in this industry and give us some tips on how we can get more great people like you into the industry. So thank you so much. And now I'd like to turn it back to Elizabeth Rutledge, who will reveal our second group of talent champions. Elizabeth?
Thanks, Val. And thank you, Natalie and Samira, for your enthusiasm and your honest perspective on the marketing industry. If this is what the future of marketing looks like, we're in very good hands. Now I'm excited to introduce the final 25 talent champions who continue to inspire us through their words and, more importantly, their actions.
I think there's a tremendous amount of potential that exists within the work that we do to inspire and educate and, at a minimum, entertain. And we have a much better chance of doing that when we have great, sharp, interesting, eclectic, diverse people working within our halls.
Again, I want to thank the ANA AEF for this incredible honor, and I look forward to continuing to work with Clorox and all of you to help bring the best and the brightest into our industry. And trust me when I tell you, the future is bright.
Being honored as a talent champion is a delightful and heartfelt surprise because it gives me hope that in some way, shape, or form, we're making a positive impact.
I feel so fortunate to be able to work in such an innovative and dynamic industry. If you're a student and you're thinking about this field, I would say go for it. We need you.
I've learned a lot from a lot of the young talent that they actually are more vocal than ever. They want to be part of the solution. They want to tell you, you know what, actually, I'm not cool with that. Actually, we should be going this way.
A huge congratulations and an even bigger thank you to our 50 talent champions. Not only have they impacted students, but they've also had an impact on the teams they work on. We asked a few of their colleagues to help us celebrate and cheer them on.
Congratulations, Eileen. We are so proud of you here.
Hey, Eileen.
Congratulations, Eileen. Cecilia, a huge congratulations on being an ANA Talent Champion. It's no surprise to us because we get to see every single day what you do to champion not just marketing and advertising and our brand, but also all of our people.
You prove every day that you are an inspiration and a champion for all kinds of talent. I'm really proud of you and congratulations.
Congratulations, Peter, for being named one of AEF's talent champions.
Congratulations, Peter, on this big award.
Congratulations, Peter. This recognition is well-deserved.
Congrats so much on your award, and thank you for everything you do.
Congratulations on your award, Peter.
Congratulations on your award, Peter.
Congratulations, Peter, on being named one of the AEF's top 50 talent champions.
You better get it, Tasha.
Congratulations, Tasha.
Congrats.
Congratulations, Tasha. I'm thrilled to celebrate you.
Congratulations, Tasha.
Way to go, Tasha.
Congrats, Tasha.
Congratulations.
Woohoo! Congrats, Tasha.
Cheers, Tasha.
Congratulations, Tasha.
Congratulations, Tasha. It's so well deserved.
Awesome. So you knew that.
Congratulations, Deirdre. So proud of you.
Wow, I love that energy. Let's keep it going and welcome Tim Castelli, President of National Sales, Marketing and Partnerships at iHeartMedia, for an update on our Give the Gift program.
Thanks, Jay. Hey, everyone. How are you doing? First of all, I just wanted to say thanks for attending. We appreciate that you came to the event tonight. And look, as a strategic partner of the ANA, I see the power that the ANA has with world-class marketers like Michelle and Elizabeth, who, when they band together, can tackle the industry's toughest challenges, which in this case is solidifying that bridge between academia and industry to ensure a healthy flow of diverse young talent. And as an AEF board member and a parent with kids in college, I see firsthand the impact that the AEF has on both professors and students. So I just wanted to take a moment to give a huge shout out to all of those companies and individuals who have jumped in and given as part of our Give a Gift program. So bear with me, I just want to list out and give everyone a little thank you and shout outs. First of all, companies who have given an ANA membership to a specific university. I just want to say a thank you to AARP with the University of District of Columbia, Chobani and Yale University, Deutsch New York Moore College Art and Design, Intertrend Communications with the University of California, Irvine, L'Oreal with Howard University School of Business, Sanofi, Consumer Health and with Clemson University, Sephora with the Darla Moore School of Business, the University of South Carolina, Sephora with another one with the University of South Carolina College of Information and Communications, Universal McCann with Delaware State University, VMLY&R with Tennessee State University, and VSA Partners with the University of Illinois Chicago. Now, there are also a ton of companies who have given a full ANA membership, but just haven't done a university yet, but I want to give a shout out to them too. So first of all, AB InBev. And look, first of all, we're going to hear Pedro Earp later after this to talk about why he gave. Abbott, they gave 5 memberships. Thank you so much. American Express, thank you guys. General Motors gave 2 memberships. FCB, they gave 2 memberships. Energy BBDO, Horizon Media, Univision Communications, and yes, iHeartMedia also has given a membership. And then there's a bunch of companies who just contributed to the AEF, substantial contributions like IPG, thank you, McCann World Group, Hearst, Google, Verizon, IW Group, and Wunderman Thompson. Thank you all. And then I have to also shout out to a few individuals who gave sizable contributions themselves. Thank you so much. Chris McDonald, David Moore, Barry Waxman, and Bill Ahmad. Thank you guys so much. Thanks to your generosity, we are almost at our goal. And I say almost at our goal. We are making great progress. We are almost there. So for those of you who still haven't given yet, it's not too late. You can still do it. You can still make an impact, right? There's still time. Whether you give an ANA membership or just a donation to the AEF, anything you contribute makes an impact. So please jump in and help us get to our goal. So thank you so much again for everyone for contributing and coming tonight. And now I'd like to welcome Pedro Earp, Chief Marketing Officer at AB InBev, who will share why his team gave the gift of membership.
Hello everyone, and congratulations to the talent champions being honored here tonight. I'm Pedro Earp, and I'm the CMO of AB InBev. The core capability of a marketer has never been more important, which is to understand consumers and come up with products and services that make their lives better. In order to do that, you need to recruit a diverse workforce, but not only recruit them, you have to develop them, you have to engage them, and you have to promote them. That's why we are so thankful for the ANA Educational Foundation for really bringing experts from different areas and rewriting the rules on how marketing can be done. That's why we are donating a scholarship, a membership of the ANA in order to give people the gift of learning. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pedro, and the entire AB InBev team. And thank you to everyone who joined us tonight to celebrate our amazing talent champions. It's been a pleasure hosting this evening, and I hope you felt as inspired, excited, and hopeful about the future of our industry as I have. Before we leave for the night, I'd like to call on AEF Chair Chris McDonald, Global President of Advertising and Allied Agencies at McCann World Group, to say a few words. Chris?
What a wonderful evening. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight. And a special thanks to Jay for his kind of infectious and excitable delivery as our host. Please do remember and feel free, if you feel inspired, to donate the gift of an ANA membership to a university. If you feel you'd like to, please contact the AEF team. There's nothing more important to us and to our industry than our future talent. Young talent that reflects the breadth, diversity, and creativity that is our lifeblood. Congratulations again to our talent champions. On a personal level, I find you incredibly inspiring, and I want to thank you for everything you do for the AEF and for the talent themselves. To close out this evening, we thought it would be great to hear from a few students who've been directly touched by the AEF's programs and would like to express their gratitude to our champions directly. Good night, everyone. Please stay safe, and best wishes to you all.
Because of the MAID program and the AEF, I was able to learn so much about the marketing and advertising industry this summer, while also experiencing an incredible summer internship.
Thank you so much to the AEF for all the amazing opportunities they provided me with over the summer.
Thank you, AEF, for giving me this great opportunities.
Just wanted to send a big thanks to the AEF and all the industry leaders who support it. The summer web series was a great way to keep us all entertained and learning, even when we were all locked up inside.
Thanks to the MAID internship program and to the AEF, I'm able to continue my dream internship during the most uncertain time in my college experience.
A huge thank you to the AEF and the industry leaders who support new talent. I am born and raised in the small but very beautiful state of Montana. Without your guys' help, I wouldn't have the chance to experience the professional and personal opportunities that I've gotten to in the past year.